Hi everyone and a warm welcome back to the WARNO Super League from SDL. Today we are watching Tiberius Rancor versus Phoenix in round 2. Phoenix over on the left in red playing as the 7th Panzer Division, and over on the right we have Tiberius Rancor playing as the 5th EPICBANDANNER French Division. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but you get the point. So, neither player with forward deployment, but obviously plenty of recon units heading towards the front pretty fast. A good spread there, and looking like a pretty good spread at this side as well. Just looks like Phoenix sending something over to this far side as it stands though. Mirage coming in already here. This is anti-air. Going for that chopper, early attack on the rocket chopper. Obviously rocket chopper probably coming in to just dissuade the ground vehicle, shall we say, from pushing forward. In particular the AMX-10, which is a very, very effective little vehicle. Plenty of reinforcements coming in towards the center here for Phoenix. Slightly more looking to be in this position for Phoenix, I think, than what maybe Tiberius is about the same amount. Interestingly, Tiberius going for a solid defensive wall here. Not something we see very much. That VAB as well is going on a little journey round to this area. That's going to put that command at risk if he doesn't move it. That's quite interesting. You will note again that this is being moved through the forested area very sensibly. This is quite interesting, seeing that being maneuvered through in that way. We've seen that obviously in other games now. Cluster bomber coming in here. We'll be going for the AMX-10s. AMX-10s obviously just ridiculously good early game. They put out so much firepower and they're so fast as well. Cluster bomber coming in. Is this going to be a good strike? It is. Beautiful strike. Got both of those in one hit. Still one AMX-10 sat there. Another AMX-10 here. One in the center. No AMX-10s down here, probably wise. There is a rocket attack chopper there. We'll be putting down the fire on this. It is stunned, but there's plenty of abs firing at that chopper. Chopper will switch targets. Will likely win out that fight. 2 choppers in currently for Phoenix. Another one up there. Where's this going? Ooh. It's just parking in here at the moment. I thought it might be driving all the way over the top or something to get into Foxtrot. Currently, everything is neutralized. A couple of Jaguars in here. One Jaguar, I think, used to take out the infantry that was there. This one going for these guys over here. Cluster coming in again to deal with, I assume, these in the middle. Beautiful strike again. It's those Su-22 dive bombers. Command shifting towards Bravo now. A lot of action for so early on in the game with all of these bombers coming in. Interestingly, not seeing much in the way of fighters. Just that single one from Tiberius so far. The Mirage. But Tiberius obviously lost a few of those AMX-10s already. 2 still intact at the top there. But they've done their job early game. They've dished out plenty of damage. They've held back Phoenix's forces. Quite a big chunk in this bottom corner. Command obviously in there is a command tank, so we'll take a little bit of fire. VAB chugging in here. Another command. I assume we'll be heading towards the center, along with some other infantry which are all heading into here. Command coming in here for Phoenix as well now. Now, realistically, neither player with a lot in this point right now. I think the big powerhouse is probably the Mi-24 just sat in there. This VAB coming around the back, I mean, it'll stop any more commands getting in here, but really, you know, a command needs to be in there from Tiberius Rancor for that to be of use in stopping any more commands coming in from Phoenix. I assume this is going straight for the center. Yes, indeed it is. Nothing in Foxtrot as yet, so currently +2 to Phoenix as he is in control of this, and then has neutralized this and in control of this. Clusters just keep sweeping in and killing stuff, so all the AMX-10s are dead. All the AMX-10s that came in at the start are now dead. There are obviously AMX-10Ps coming in here with these infantry. Not quite the same as the recon ones, though. The recon ones obviously have that advantage of great line of sight. Some rolling threes coming in now in hope to deal with these cluster bombers, I'm sure, as they are causing havoc for Tiberius Rancor right now. They just keep coming in and doing serious damage. I don't think there's been any losses of aircraft at the moment. Again, there we go. It's taking fire from those Mistrals, but they don't fire fast enough to take it out. Loads of reinforcements coming into Bravo now. Both players pumping in those reinforcements. How big are these squads? They're actually quite big, these squads. Only have FAMAS though, so no good against vehicles, and they will be coming up against BMP-1s, a couple of SPWs. I mean, there's nothing too exciting, I suppose, in terms of firepower, but, you know, they're going to be useless against these vehicles. Mirage in there has taken fire. I'm not sure if it got a kill. I'm not seeing any burning wrecks of any aircraft at the moment. I imagine if anything it was going for a chopper. This chopper just sat really far back. I suppose it's well out of the way of any air defense. This command vehicle just sat still. I'm still expecting it to run into Foxtrot at some point. Command finally coming in form of a VAB for Tiberius. So Tiberius has 3 commands on the field. Oh, bombing strike there. The Jaguar against the infantry in those buildings. I assume there was still something in there. I didn't quite see, but there obviously has been a shift of units up here. Tiberius sort of in a defensive position, as we saw in some recent games. This is sort of the line to hold, so that your enemy has to sort of push up through this area, or take this town, or this part of the industrial zone, I should say. All of these reinforcements now starting to arrive for Phoenix, so we might see a bit of a push through this point. Currently still +1 to Phoenix. That VAB will eventually get up here and neutralize that, so we will not have such a big issue from that side. VAB just staying at the edge here. Obviously, I can't imagine anything's going to go to Alpha unless Tiberius caps it. A couple of MX-30 B2s coming in there. Going towards the center. Really, I think at the moment, a lot of Phoenix's focus has gone into Bravo. Minimal going into Charlie. I think probably more of Tiberius's focus has gone into Charlie to some extent. What is that Mirage up to? What is it looking for? Is it just going after this, but can't quite see it? It is low. But the Shilka's going to open up on that. Took a little bit of fire. There isn't a lot of anti-air in for Phoenix at the moment. That'll be the first piece of anti-air for a while. There is a Shilka in the center, though. Command finally in here. Phoenix has his own command, still trundling slowly over that way. Another AMX-10RC coming in. Speeding along. I assume, yeah, just to cover this area. HE Bomber coming in and the Mirage coming in now. The Mirage is going to go for, I assume, the chopper that's here. Yes, indeed, there is an MI-24D even. Instantly taken out. Very nice strike. And a bombing run on these infantry. I didn't seem to actually injure them, though. No, I think it was behind them. So this is a meeting of the AMXs. Unfortunately, the AMX-10Ps have the autocannon, but no heavy cannon. I feel like the BMPs will be very useful in this situation, but also the fact that, you know, there are RPGs with a lot of these infantry. AMXs can fire fast, though, and are very accurate. There we go. BMP-1 killing one of those AMXs. I'm surprised by the fact when I was going to say, there we go. Must just not have been in range. These infantry should have been massacring those AMX 10Ps at that close range. This is weird. Both players doing exactly the same thing. Neither of them know what the other player is doing, but they're both doing exactly the same thing at the top, except for Tiberius is going straight to that point. Obviously, the Mi-24D is there to defend from that. But that's quite amusing that they're both doing exactly the same thing. Big ongoing fight here. I mean, for me, technically, Phoenix has the better force because he's got vehicles. And, I mean, there's a group anti-char back there with the APLAS launchers, but they're almost dead. That's the only thing he has to deal with the BMP-1s. Well, the BMP-1s are like very close up front. I mean, it's a tight area. It's a very close area. Those flamers are going to see those anti-char and wipe them out, though. They're within range of the flame. Oh, the flame fired at this building. It's trying to fire over this building. That was weird. Did everyone else see that? The flame actually hit those troops, but the flame was firing out into this building here. That was weird. That was weird. Graphical glitch, obviously. Oh, a plane finally down. Another plane down as well. 2 Mirages in as well. I think that's the first plane losses I've noticed. Both players losing planes now. Obviously, there are 2 Rolands here, and there are 2 Shilkers over here. 3 Shilkers now. Getting a little bit more dangerous for aircraft, as both players bringing in some air defense. A couple of Cubs coming in here as well. Sort of in terms of air superiority, I mean, Tiberius has it right now. He's got these Mirages out. More of those escorts coming in. Vab's coming in here. Will do some damage to this BMP-1. BMP-1 will do better, though. Grenadier Voltigeurs definitely needed. At least they have the LRAC F1s. But the BMP-1 making short work of those vehicles. Obviously, this command still sat at the back there. Probably not visible right now. That BMP-1 is probably going to get popped by these guys. What is the range on their weapon? They are almost in range. Now in range, firing. And there it goes, dead immediately. Jaguar HE in here, taking a lot of fire. This VAB will neutralize this point. And will cap it if that Mi-24 doesn't react quickly. That Jaguar HE is very lucky, playing with fire. Is that swinging around again? That really needs evacing. It's good. That's dead. There's no... How was that not being killed when it flew over there? Was that really out of range of those guys? That's crazy. I can't believe that survived. That's bizarre. But it's a shame, because I think if Phoenix had an AA unit over this side, he would have got the kill there. Mi-24 will kill that command. Mi-24 is coming under fire, though, from this Mirage. Loads more units being called in down the bottom here. A really big fight over Bravo right now. Where I feel like Phoenix is spreading his forces a bit more. Command tank coming in for Delta. And he's Phoenix's command just rolling in there to complete that game. But currently it is +4 to Tiberius Rancor. Because both back points. Both back points. Only +1 now, and shortly will be +1 to Phoenix again. +2 currently. Might actually be +2 to Phoenix here. look at that PTR running away. Vab trying to chase it down. +2 to Phoenix. It's very tight in terms of points. Phoenix really, really trying to force Tiberius Rancor out of this point. All those reinforcements starting to arrive for Tiberius now, though. Loads more coming in as well. I just don't feel like Phoenix has enough to hold here. I mean, in terms of sheer numbers, Tiberius is going to push the other way. There are more reinforcements coming in, including a command tank there. T-72 is pushing in here. I mean, right now it feels like Tiberius Rancor is very thin on what's in the middle, but Phoenix isn't being sort of overly aggressive in the center. I feel like Phoenix doesn't have a lot of infantry there. Quite a lot of vehicles, perhaps, but not a huge amount of infantry. Alouette and Gazelle Hawk being brought in to try and find that command. Cluster coming in here will be devastating against all these vehicles if it gets a good hit. Where's it going for? I think it's going for the tank and may just catch everything behind. It didn't drop. It didn't drop its bombs. Mirage is coming in to deal with it as well. Mirages will get the kill. Cubs engaging on the Mirage. Mirage is dodging. Mirage is dead. Can they get any more shots off? No, they are out of ammo. That's all 3 shots done. Shilka's trying to get a kill on the Jaguar. Another cluster bomber in there. Engaging on that. He has lost that jet as well. Wow. That was a hell of a ball of flames going down. That looked like another graphical glitch. We've had a few weird graphical glitches in this game with flames, oddly. Command vehicle coming in. We'll be heading up to Foxtrot, I assume. Mirage in again, I assume, going for that cluster. Cluster will be out, though. But look at this. Complete change in Bravo. Tiberius Rancor pushing all the way back. Just sheer numbers here. Phoenix just wasn't able to contend. Is bringing in more reinforcements, but they're going to be arriving just as Tiberius is pushing across, and he does have a few heavy tanks here. So those BMP-1s aren't going to be a huge amount of use, and that T-72 is at serious, serious risk due to the sheer number of stuff coming in. Look at all these Grenadier Voltigeurs will make short work of this tank, and they're going to get a rear shot the way it's facing at the moment, because that's driving forwards, not reversing. Yeah, I was going to say, that tank needs to get out of there. Obviously, Tiberius, though, throwing everything into this assault here, has lost a lot of those units, lost all the vehicles, but again, the Grenadier Voltigeurs will easily make short work of that tank because there are so many of them. There we go. T-72 backed out of the point. But there should be more than enough reinforcements here for now Phoenix to do exactly the same thing to Tiberius Rancor and push all the way back into that point. AMX-30 is coming in, going towards the center there. Still has not been able to find the BTR there, so it's still +1 to Phoenix. Another jet loss there. I think that was a loss for Tiberius. Jaguar ATGM at the back. AMX-10RC still hasn't managed to find this vehicle from Phoenix. That is now neutralized. So it's all about what happens in Bravo at the moment, but I'm sure eventually that command will be found. ATGM coming in here. Not sure what it's going for, but we'll take fire from the Cubs. Almost dead. And it is dead indeed. Artillery being used on the infantry here. Everything seems a little bit stalled in Charlie. Realistically, I feel like the onus is on Phoenix because he's simply got more units there and could probably manage to push in. I mean, he doesn't know what's there, but nothing's moved up here for a while, and more is now being called into the center by Tiberius. The Mirage is down. That one's escaping with very little fire. Seed coming in. That's interesting. They were out of missiles and are reloading. Are they actually turned off? I'm not sure if they're turned off or not. They're currently set to ready as far as I can see. But they didn't take any fire, possibly because they were reloading as that came over. Got a few MX-30s just rolling into the center there. They're going to be good for defense. Phoenix well ahead in points right now. So although I say it's kind of in my head that the onus is on Phoenix to push, he doesn't technically need to. Technically, Phoenix is ahead in points. So Phoenix just needs to hold until the end of this match. And just over 18 minutes to go. It's quite a long wait. But technically speaking, he doesn't have to push. Technically speaking, Tiberius does. Like, finding this would be a hell of a priority in my mind to kill it. Because that's, you know, there's a point in that. Tiberius could be ticking up by 1 point. But obviously very distracted with what's going on elsewhere. Big fight here. Little bit of a fight ongoing here. Those AMX-30s have arrived. Currently engaging on that T-72. Quite a lot of infantry in here, but infantry getting absolutely pummeled by those tanks. Where this side, obviously, you have a lot of forces here from Phoenix pummeling on the infantry from Tiberius. Pioneers around the back as well there. I mean, with the unit around the back, I mean, the thing is that the Pioneers can probably kill that VAB. I think they are capable of doing that. If they get up close and personal with a satchel charge, but realistically, an anti-tank unit would be ideal. But Phoenix has this point, surely. But at the same time, can Phoenix hold up here? Tiberius is getting very pushy with those AMX-30s, but these T-72s should be able to deal with them pretty effectively. Who's got the advantage at range? 15 penetration, 18 penetration. So at range, the T-72s will perform better. Seed in now. Seed. Did the Seed even manage to launch a missile there? I'm not even sure that the Seed managed to get a missile off at those Cubs. Cubs have taken out the Seed though. I didn't see the Seed launch. Some progress here by Phoenix into this point. Reinforcements arriving again for Tiberius though. Tiberius with another Seed. I'm just watching this Seed plane. I want to see if it actually fires. You know what? I think that Seed is firing, but I think it's firing at the units in the middle. I think it was firing possibly at the Shilkas over here. I think it's been firing at Shilkas. As it comes across, I think it's targeting them first and not the Cubs. I thought I saw a missile flick out the side of it. Command back in there for Phoenix. Oh! Command is finally dead up here in Foxtrot. Once again, Tiberius is pushing his command over towards Delta. Has sent the VAB along in front. Command dead in the back here. Oh wait, have both of them? Both of them have lost their commands. I think the Pioneer got the kill back here. Possibly with the assistance of a BMP-1. But at the same time, command has been lost back here. Mirage taking a lot of fire. Should go down. No, I think it's going to get out. 1 pip of health again. Tiberius has had a couple of those this match. Command has been called in here. I mean, both players thankfully seem to have plenty of commands in their decks. Certainly for Phoenix has quite a few in there. But once again, we're about... Is that VAB going to be able to kill these things? They may just evade it, but it's going to be tight, I think. Yeah, out of range of the autocannon. Once again, that command going to roll into Delta. What's more, though, Tiberius was doing that nice push here, but has lost all his units. But equally, Phoenix doesn't seem to have enough to push into the town. Plenty of more tanks heading in for Tiberius. And Tiberius also bringing in another command for Bravo. Command almost here for Phoenix. What will make a difference here is this command sitting in here and whether Phoenix can kill it. Obviously, Phoenix will have the advantage of being able to roll that tank back over into the point to neutralize at least. Units all over the place here. That was a BMP being killed around the back. Both players losing a lot of infantry and vehicles in this point. Otsuchin should be able to make short work of that VAB. There it goes. I think, as it stands, Phoenix has slightly more in this point. All of those are going to the center as well. I feel like Phoenix has this point then. Because there aren't any more reinforcements coming in directly other than the AMX-30 tank, which is a command tank, but there's T-72s coming in for Phoenix there. There we go. Command in Delta, as expected. Currently +4 to Tiberius. He could easily catch up on points here. It won't take long for that +4 to work. Alouette will have spotted that command tank. Command infantry coming in here as well, heading towards the center. Obviously having a spare. Lots of stuff being called in the center. Jaguar ATGM coming in. Will be going for that command tank. Currently neutralized. Back to +1 for Tiberius. As this is now obviously capped by Phoenix. ATGM is going to kill that tank probably. If it can still see it. Yes, it can, and it is dead. He will lose the ATGM jet though. But it's enough to kill that, which is back to +3 for Tiberius once that's capped, I think. There we go, +3. Cluster bomber coming in here. Heading for the center. There's still those Rolands to worry about. Veering off now. Needs to be careful with that spinning around the center of the map there. Looks like it's going for a strike at the back here. Obviously for that command. Oh, it went for the chopper. Mirage in though. Mirage quite safe over there. Fairly far away from the air defenses. Bomber is down. As I say, Tiberius pretty much had air superiority this game. Lost quite a lot of jets to the Cubs though. This one is probably going to get out. Oh, very close. Took a missile, but will get out on 1 pip of health again. But the current +4 for Tiberius means that he may push past the marker to win this game. Infantry command redirected to here, I believe. It was originally heading into the center. Phoenix certainly will take this point. But Tiberius once again pushing quite aggressively across Charlie. We're very close to the point where Tiberius overtakes. And there he goes. Just ahead now in points with 10 minutes left of this game. Phoenix doing an encircling maneuver, coming around the back here to go into this point. That is not good for Tiberius. Does Tiberius have a response to that? There are some AMX-30s coming in around the back there. These infantry are going to push across here. Tanks. There are Grenadier Voltigeurs that can deal with the tanks. These infantry jogging along very slowly. More tanks being called in here. Phoenix completely in control of this point. Has managed to push back all of the infantry here. And kill the command. Question is, can Phoenix kill the command at the back here? There is a Gazelle Hot 2 there, which will deal with these vehicles. Tiberius doing a really good job. Has almost killed this command tank. Phoenix desperately trying to keep it in the point and alive, but it's at serious risk here. These will be in range to hit that. If it's got no smoke left, I think it's dead. Because they are going for it hard. Yeah, that's it. Popped. Definitely. I think that's going to be back to +2 for Tiberius. There he goes. Getting ahead in points still. Really good maneuver from Phoenix here, though. And loads. Phoenix has completely pivoted. Everything from Bravo now charging into Charlie. Coming in behind all of Tiberius's units. Getting a little bit close for comfort with these tanks, though. I mean, it's a bit suicidal. But he should be able to get in here and take out any commands. I think the command that was in here is dead. Most definitely. As Phoenix plows through and just kills everything in its path. I mean, Phoenix has the kills here. He's got more units on the field. He just needs to get the points now. It's all about recapping stuff. He has the command here. He needs to kill this command at the back. He needs that 2 points back. Because currently it's still +2. He also needs a command in the center here. Command infantry sat back here. Oh, he's got a command tank in the back. Going after that Roland, no less. But the AMX-30s are coming in. Are there any more commands? There is a command tank here for Tiberius. Rolling around this way. Yeah, going right around the back to Alpha. Loads of infantry being called in at the back here for Phoenix. Artillery being used to try and snipe that CV. Back to all being neutralized with 7.5 minutes to go in this match. Loads of tanks being called in here as well. I mean, Phoenix needs points. He's controlling the map right now. He has more units on the map, but he does not have the control of the points. And Tiberius will win in 7 minutes if Phoenix doesn't manage to take out these commands. I'm assuming Phoenix is out of choppers, or we'd have seen some coming in to deal with this command. I'm assuming he's out of bombers, or we'd have seen them being brought in to deal with this command. And I think Tiberius at the moment is going to keep ahead in points. Obviously, a 2-point delta is worth a lot more, you know, or as much as holding both of these in the center. So while Phoenix has all of that control, all of those units, you have to control the back point. You just have to. And he's going to end up losing this as well because he has no scouts there. And that VAB is defending that point. Where are these tanks going? Heading towards the center. I mean, he's in complete control of the center. He needs to take this. I'm really worried about that command infantry as well. If he rolls this up here, that AMX-10 is going to slaughter it. That command infantry is at serious risk. He's realised and has pulled it back. Is Tiberius out of infantry? He's just rolling tanks in now. And obviously the command tank down here. HE bomber coming in. He does have a bomber left. Surely he knows where this is. I'm assuming that is going to bomb the AMX. Yeah, AMX is dead. This command needs to die. 5 minutes left. Tiberius has this game on points alone. Unfortunately, everything that's charging in here is obviously pretty slow, so it's taken a long time to get there. You know, it's a long way from the spawn to here with tanks, even on the road. And this VAB should die. That... Oh dear! Phoenix's command has gone out of the point. I'm really worried about that command running around on its own. This command tank is about rolling here. Currently +2 for Phoenix. But he's going to lose this. And it's going to be neutralized again with 4 minutes left. And I'm just not sure Phoenix has the response now on the map to be able to deal with this. And there we go. Down to 1. And then it's going to be neutralized. And Tiberius will win with 100 points ahead. Really well played by Tiberius, just about getting those points and taking that back delta, knowing it's worth 2 points, has made all the difference in this match. He's managed to get in there twice, and it's made such a difference. 3 minutes left. BMP1 with a command inside it now, being pulled to the back of the point, but Alouette can see it. I don't know if he knows there's a command in there. Not that it makes too much difference. I mean, the point is capped. Look at this. Tiberius going for it, just taking all the points. And the problem is Phoenix hasn't left anything in Bravo to defend it. Nothing is in Bravo to defend. Those Pioneers aren't going there. So this command, maybe within the next 2 minutes, will make it into Bravo and make it +2 to Tiberius once more. I mean, none of these units are commands. So even if they're in Echo, they're doing absolutely nothing. I am right. There are no commands there, right? No, they're all just standard infantry. They would have been better staying in Bravo in this situation to defend it from this. These are now moving over here. And those tanks are going down that way as well, but it's too little too late, I think, with 2 minutes left to go. Phoenix needs to be in points and capping them, and he just doesn't have the speed on stuff to do it now. That Hot is going to probably take out that command if he can get over there in time. That Hot will probably kill these two vehicles. That is such a shame. Phoenix has fought very, very hard. Managed to wipe out the majority of Tiberius' stuff. But you've got to watch your points. You've got to be able to defend them. Otherwise that happens. And with 1 minute 35 to go. There's just... I don't think there's any coming back from this now. Tiberius will win on points. Well, Phoenix played exceptionally well in terms of sweeping his units around and managing to get Charlie after getting Bravo. Really, really fantastic job. Managed to absolutely annihilate Tiberius' forces. But the game is about points at the end of the day, and if you can't hold them or reclaim them or take them quickly enough, then that's it. Obviously, Phoenix charging up here to get Foxtrot. Foxtrot isn't enough. You'd be better off getting Echo because it's worth 2. All these units swarming in here, but none of them are a command unit. That's such a shame for Phoenix. He played so well. But the game goes to Tiberius Rancor. Well played, Tiberius. You were really active on getting your commands in at the back. Last ditch attempt to get it into Alpha. Well done. You had that defended. Phoenix wasn't covering it at all with Recon. It was unfortunately an inevitability that a command was going to easily slip in there. And sadly, Phoenix's response to that is obviously units to defend, but you know, you have to have a command. And the commands that went up here look like they were both killed. So it's just very unfortunate for Phoenix, but exceptionally well played to Phoenix. Did an exceptional job in terms of kills and everything else. Look at that. Way ahead in kills. Really good job, but commiserations. Sometimes it is all about holding those points, and Tiberius just did it. So well played to both players. Exceptionally well played to Phoenix, of course, because in terms of combat capability, Phoenix did win out there. Kills to losses. Mirages and stuff got a few kills on that side. Those Grenadiers did a hell of a job there. That, I assume, was in Bravo. Other standout units, Grenadier Volkers again. AMX did well, and on the other side, certainly the Cluster was doing well. The MP1s were doing alright, the Motsuchin were doing well. Nothing else too stand out. There was a T-72 there that stood out quite a bit. But otherwise, nothing too many kills on either side. Oh well guys, thanks for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned, there will be more from the tournament coming up. Again, well played to both of these players.